Welcome back everybody, and we are back with some more Southampton. And this is the final episode of the first season. So, the way this is going to work is we're going to play these two games, and then I am going to go play the pre-season, and tomorrow we will be back with the first game of the next season. But let's focus on today first. We have Watford and Swansea. Two games which I think we can win potentially and end the season on a high note. So, let's just take a quick look at the lineup for today, because you may notice Tadic is obviously out with his suspension. He is suspended for 3 games, so he will miss these 2 and the first match of next season, which is quite unfortunate. But also, Scott Sinclair's picked up an injury. He's out for 4 to 5 weeks. It won't make a huge difference due to the fact that the season's ending and he can recover over the summer. But it does kind of suck a little bit. It's not great to have him injured. But also, Ryan Bertrand's not looking great on his star ratings, which aren't something I pay too much attention to, but it's not good that they're going down. It may just be relative to the quality of the team, but something in the back of my mind is telling me he's just sort of getting a little bit worse. He's not been, we've not seen an assist from him in quite a while. His first half of the season was much better than the last half of his season. So, bit of a question mark over what I'm going to do with him, really. If we can maybe find someone better, I may go for it. Or I may try and regain the form he had at the start, because he was so good for us at the start of the year. So let's get the team submitted. It's fairly standard, just Benzia hopping in for Tadic. And Gunnarsson is back on the bench, is the other thing of note, taking the spot of Scott Sinclair. He's finally back from injury, and their team is pretty good, to be honest. Troy Deeney, good striker. Will Hughes on left wing is not normal, and Cadleck is a left back, he is. Okay. But yeah, it's a pretty solid team. There's a lot of good players throughout it. So let's get into them and let's see how we do. I'm going to go with I expect nothing of a win. But a win, sorry. And a couple of players, mainly the strikers, looked motivated. So that's good. You can't actually see it, can you? Both strikers look motivated. So yeah, let's get into the game. Okay, 15 minutes in and we have a highlight, but they do win the ball off of us, and it may go in their favour unless we can win it back once again. As we attempt to put in a tackle, and there's noises going on around me, I'm scared. But Kiko's on the ball on the right wing, he puts in a cross, and Pereira scores an easy goal, and we are 1-0 down early on. Not a good start from us, and we are conceding a hell of a lot lately. It's not good enough. I may have to look at changing up our defence a little bit over the summer and see if we can sort of get a bit more, I don't know, consistency in here. We're giving away a lot of easy goals, and to be frank, it's not good enough. Especially against these lower ranked teams, like against Chelsea or Man City or whatever, you just sort of shrug. But against teams like this, we need to be doing better defensively. Throw in for us then. Lamina loses out but manages to reclaim, and Bertrand on the ball on the left wing. We mentioned him before the game. He puts in a cross, but it's cleared. Ward-Prowse on it now. Can he get another ball in? He tries to find Bertrand but can't quite do it, and now they are the ones in possession of the ball. Unless we can win it back, no, not quite. Kiko puts it forward, and they might be looking to break here. No, Benzia manages to reclaim the ball, intercepting the pass from Deeney. And now we push forward. Lamina on the ball, takes a strike, but it's not quite good enough. And again, arguably, too early of a strike from Lamina. Easy save for Watford. Half-time here then, and that was a relatively quiet first half. The only real points of note being a chance for us and the goal for them. So, really, we really just need to push on a bit more and try and create some more chances. So let's get aggressive, show me something else, and they all look motivated and fired up. Let's get into this and let's bring this game back. We are in possession here then. Ward-Prowse plays it up to Benzia, finds Catrone, out wide to Cedric. Can he get a ball in? He can, and Gabbiadini shoots, he hits the post. Not quite in the best position to shoot from there. It was a bit narrow, bit of a tight angle, and no surprises it didn't go in. 62 minutes in here then, and we are in possession again. Catrone on the ball. We're working it quite nicely as Lamina goes forward, and again, it's just an impatient shot. He had space to run into there. Could have taken an extra touch as we injure somebody else, to the surprise of nobody. But as time whittles down here, you can't help but feel a change does need to be made, so I am going to do so. I'm going to bring on Højbjerg. We haven't seen him for a little bit. I'm going to bring him on as a deep line playmaker on support and change Ward-Prowse to the Mazzala and just try and work something like that. And then we're also going to bring on Hassan for Catrone, I think. Gabbiadini staying on the pitch. I tend to do this. I leave him on even when he's not on the best game because I really do feel he is our only consistent outlet for goals. But speaking of which, we do need one soon, otherwise we are going to be picking up another loss here as we push forward. Gabbiadini puts a decent ball out wide to Cedric, who crosses it in, but the cross is poor. And now they are the ones coming forward towards us. Not with much pace though, we have time to set back up. And maybe this means we can regain possession and maybe try for an attack. We do win the ball back there then. Bertrand winning the header. They pump it forward. Delete heads it back across. Ward-Prowse goes for the long ball, but it's deflected. We retain possession though. And Højbjerg with a great ball forward. Gabbiadini shoots, and I think he was offside maybe anyway. No, he wasn't. Oh, that was a great opportunity for a goal. Wonderful ball from Højbjerg. Definitely worth mentioning as we take a corner in the dying seconds of the game. But unless we get something right now, it doesn't look like this game's going to come to any success. Højbjerg to Delete to Benzia. Højbjerg, and it is an awful try. And that is going to be a 1-0 defeat to Watford, which is just poor. They've not had a good season. They've not had a particularly good game either, really. It's just we couldn't finish our chances. And it's a point I've hammered home quite a lot. We need more goal-scoring options. I'm far from pleased with that result. Anyone who's sat here thinking you need more goal-scoring options, you shouldn't have sold Charlie Austin then. You might very well be right. Maybe I shouldn't have got rid of him as quickly as I did. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20, I guess. And now it's up to us to try and bring in somebody else who can sort of be that second goal scorer. And try and just get some more goals in the team. So I'll take us to this game against Swansea. And as it stands, we are in 9th, 1 point behind Newcastle. Who do they play? Please be someone good. They play Stoke, who are rubbish, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Stoke are 14th. They're not terrible. They might be able to get something. Maybe. Not pointing out that Newcastle have just beat Tottenham, but Newcastle have just beat Tottenham. So, at least we're going to finish top half. That's solidified, but to be frank, we needed better than that. Even a win here today doesn't solidify where we finish. So, let's get to this game against Swansea and try and figure out what's going on. Okay then, so we are here for the final game of the season against Swansea, and the major concern here is the morale. I'm hoping that if we do have a decent performance and can pick up a win, we can maybe just try and bump that up a little bit before we go on the break. And, you know, get spirits up a bit, get them excited to return for the new season, for those of them that will be returning. Maybe some of them won't. Who knows? Maybe we'll have some new players come in. Who knows? We definitely will. The squad isn't good enough to do what I want it to do right now, so yeah, there'll be changes over the summer. But for now, let's get into this game against Swansea and see what we can do here. They have a solid team, a few good players in there, and nothing too major. Both Ayew's playing, obviously both got injured against us last time we played. Bonnie and Abraham up front, and then decent backline and keeper, nothing too special though. I'm hoping we can, at the very least, get a point. I don't know. I expect nothing but a win. Timo Horn's confused. I'm not sure why. I expect you to win. Why? What? No. It's a weird reaction. Norton then with a long throw in, headed clear by us, but they are back on the ball. They're trying to work something. I'm just not quite sure what. As they play through Boney, but not really because we cut it out. Catrone is now going on the offence. And if he can find this ball across to Yassine Benzia, plays through Gabbiadini and scores the goal. We are 1-0 up. That is an excellent start to the game. Never mind it was offside. Won't count. That's unfortunate. So, it's still 0-0, really. As Jordan Ayew now comes forward, puts in a cross, and Timo Horn collects the ball. They're in possession here then. Andre Ayew coming down this left wing with some pace, puts in a decent cross, and Boney is open, saved by Horn and cleared by Cedric. Dangerous chance. Excellent save by Timo Horn there to keep that one out. Boney was in acres of space for that header. Lucky not to concede, and we have injured Federico Fernandez, I think. We've managed to injure another player. I'm not sure if it's too common or just common, but we do injure a lot of people. Highlight here then, late into the second half, and Renato Sanchez brings down Yassine Benzia. He's already on a booking, and that sees him off of the pitch. And Federico Fernandez has been subbed off for Bartley, but they are down to 10 men very early into the game, and we go into half-time a man up. Still even on the score sheet, but that does give us a bit of a chance for us to create something. I'm going to assertively say, far from pleased, and they all look fired up. That's good. We need to get some goals. We need to get some wins. Or a win, because it's the last game of the season, and we haven't won in a while. They have a throw in here then. Olsen's going to take it. Gives it to Wilfred Bonney, who's just called Wilfred for some reason, and that's just confusing. But Jordan Ayew brings it forward, gives it to King. We need the ball, and we get it. Lamina with a fantastic challenge. Catrone pushes forward, gives it to Yassine Benzia, and he takes it onto this right flank, gives it back to Lamina. We're working it well. We're playing well as a team here. As Ward-Prowse holds the ball. Lamina, Benzia, Cedric. Well played. Oh, it's a poor cross, though, there from Cedric, and they can now potentially get an attack going. But we do manage to swamp them and win the ball back again. Gabbiadini on the ball, gives it to Benzia, finds Catrone, takes the strike and puts us 1-0 up. Patrick Catrone with his first goal in a long, long time on the last game of the season and pushes us up to 9th. That's not a good sign, is it? Looks like that might be where we finish the season at best. But Benzia gives the ball to Catrone, takes the strike, puts it into the back of the net very nicely, and at least we're getting something today. They have a goal kick here then. Fabianski's going to take it. He pumps it out to this left side where Andre Ayew is. Worth noting that Wilfred Bonney has gone off of the pitch. So that's one big threat for them, not here anymore. Bertrand looks to close him down, but leaves Kyle Norton in a lot of space. He's going to put in the cross. He tries to head it clear, Cedric does, but he can't. And Andre Ayew manages to equalise for them. Not good enough. And in this back few games of the season, the last 6 games or so, we've been awful. The last 6, maybe 8 games, I can't quite remember how long this poor run of form's gone on. We've just been bad. We've just not been good at all. Like, we don't deserve to finish, first of all, in Europe, but barely even top half, to be honest. We've just been appalling. 15 minutes left then, and the score is still 1-1, and I think a change does need to happen. And that change is going to be Shane Long, I think, and we're going to bring off Gabbiadini. We're going to give him a little round of applause for having a good season for us. And we're going to get Shane Long onto the pitch and see if he can just create something in the dying minutes of this game to give us a victory in the last game of the season. But it doesn't look like we're going to get anything at all. And, well, the season's finished how it's sort of been looking like it's going to. Disappointing as we let these last few seconds tick out, and yeah, we've got what, 1 point from our last 5 games or something. It's awful, not good at all. Aggressively, let's get into them. Far from pleased. They look confused. You were bad. You were absolutely crap. We've just drew to 15th. Like, we finished the season then in 10th position, which it looked like we were going to do a lot better than that. There was a point around this part of the season where we went on quite a good run of form, where we were looking like we might be able to push into Europe. But then in the last 8 games, we actually haven't won. So that's an issue, isn't it? Like, you can't not win in 8 games, especially when you're not particularly playing that good opposition. You know, the likes of Crystal Palace, Leicester, Watford, Swansea, even maybe the likes of West Brom and Bournemouth are teams we should be trying to at least put up a fight against. But no. Yeah, we've not won in 8, which is just, it's just poor. It really is just poor. And it puts quite a sour note onto the end of what's been a decent season, I think. But as we come into this next season, there will be changes to the squad, and I hope you're all looking forward to them. So I'm going to go make some signings, make some sales, and change things up a little bit. And I will catch you all tomorrow for the start of a new season. If you want to catch tomorrow's episode as soon as it goes live, we upload at 5:30 every day. And if you want that in your feed, you can press the subscribe button. If you do have any feedback, please leave it in the comments below, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.